Hi everyone, it's Mina here. Welcome to my channel. So there are a couple of things I want to talk about, and they're becoming a sore in society. Uh, First thing is that a lot of the youths, they don't have respect for people around them, and one of the reason that I was pushed to do this video is to express my concerns for people who just seems rogue, is that they don't care about anyone else. Last night, as a matter of fact, I went to the movies, and it was me and my little son, and I went to the movies, and there were some youngsters. They look like teenagers. They were sitting next to me and my son, and one of them had an e-pen, and the person, it's a female, and she was vaping away. I knew that something was smelling funny, but they were doing like this, so they had it inside. But my son recognized, my little son, and he told me, and he said, "Mom, look, someone is vaping next to me." And then I looked at the person. I said, that you're not supposed to use that in here. And then they stopped, and they seem pretty upset. But this is a movie, it's a crowded theater, and here is this kid vaping and doesn't concern about who it bothers, or I don't know if the thing that nobody don't know about these things. Well, I know about vaping, and vaping, it also gives off second hand smoke, and it's a e-pen, and there are different scents, candy or whatever it is. And they might think that people like me, grown-ups like me, don't understand know about things. Oh, you better believe I'm well up to date with things, with current affairs, and that include e-pen. So if you're going to be vaping, you do it in your own private space. It is not in the public. As a matter of fact, smoking is illegal in a public space here in Ghana, in case you're not aware of that. And people don't know what their children are doing out there, and they swear for them. They think they're a saint, or they're they're, everyone thinks that their children are saints. I take discipline very seriously, so I usually will take complaints, or whatever it is. I take discipline seriously, and I tried my best with my kids. But many people, they don't know, and they don't care what their kids become, what their children become, and they don't care, because these youngsters, it didn't end there. For the entire movie, one of them had their phone, and they were like this all the time, and they're on the phone, and the light is bothering. I was just like sitting there trying to keep my cool, because if I lose my cool, it's gonna be a brawl. And because it was me, then my son, and this person with this phone, when the movies are starting, they tell you put away your mobile phone, put away your devices. If you want to spend time with you, then stay home and spend time with your devices, but don't sit in a movie theater and disturb the other person next to you. So that is something I want to bring to talk about, because people don't care if the children don't care, and the children like rogues, and they're just like a nuisance in society. And then if you tell them about it, they get upset. um, so that was one thing that I wanted to talk about. Apart from that, they don't care if they slam. You open the door for your kid, and they walk past, and they don't care if they slam the door in front of you or whatever. One of the next thing is that schools are not our fixer-upper guru. I have my kids in school. Schools are not our fixer-upper guru for bad parenting. There are many parents, I have seen firsthand. They send their children to school, and the cold dripping down their nose, and you can see that the kid cannot manage, or you can see that the kid need to be at home resting, and they send their kid to school, and you know that this kid should not be in school. School is not a fixer-upper guru for bad parenting. There are many we know in society. I don't care who vexed and who angry with me. I know, and we all know, that they are bad parents. They're bad parents. They're people who reproduce. They don't care if they can afford to take care of themselves, but they reproduce and bring the children up in poverty. Children don't want to be poor. We live in a highly competitive environment. They don't want to grow up in poverty. Poverty is hard. Not to have food and basic needs and education, and have people bullying you. People bully you. A lot of people bully you when you're poor. And kids don't want to have to grow up in that kind of society. And school is not our fixer-upper guru to fix our parental problems. When you send your kids to school and they misbehave, teachers have to deal with their attitude. Uh, Other parents as well, because if they bully someone else's kids, then it becomes the problem go over and get transferred, and other kids have to deal with their bad behavior. We have frequently seen in the news of a lot of issues with between parents and teachers and students, and this is something that is only going to become prevalent on until parents need to be told. They need to be told that, you know what, schools are not your fixer upper guru. Schools is not teachers are not going to fix your parental problems that you you cannot handle. The teachers cannot fix it. The school education system is not there to make up for your parental lacking of managing your own children. It is unfair to society. It is unfair to other people. It is unfair to good parents who sacrifice to send their children to school only for bullies to be in the school system, bullying the teachers, bullying the fellow students, and these kind of issues. And parents need to know, you want to make children, you have to be able to provide the best environment for them, a healthy environment for them. And that is important for children, especially when they are growing up. I tried my best to be I'm not perfect. I have my own issues that I have to deal with, and I tried my best to be a good parent for my boys, and when they point out my problem issues, I try to accept it, I try to correct it, and these kind of things. We all have our flaws. None of us are perfect. But many parents, they send their children to school. They just get up. If they give them some food, well, they get it a bit easier. You know, I don't have it easy. I have to find food, or I let them buy lunch. They get, the government is providing, a snack for them now. So some of you have it really good, you know, and yet your children are indisciplined. Some of them are like sore in society because you do not discipline them. You do not tell them what is wrong or what is right or whatever it is. You just lose them into the school system, and you think that the teachers or other people or the education minister or somebody else owe you. Nobody owes you to correct your parental flaws and fix it. Not the school system, not society, no one. And that is something, as parents, you all need to own up to your responsibility. Don't expect school system to fix your flaws. And when you put your children out there for them to go bully teachers and behave like lunatic, fighting among their peers and all these kinds of things. So those are things that is becoming issues that are becoming very often, and I wanted to talk about it because people don't like to be told when they're wrong. They don't like to accept their flaws, or anything of that sort. So that is something I just want to say, is that many times we don't know what our children are doing. You don't know if your child is vaping. You don't know if you don't know what is an e-pen or what is vaping. Kindly look it up and teach your children some manners. Manners is not out of style. Ethics and values are not out of style, and parenting is never out of style. So you have kids, train them to respect their teachers. Train them to do the right thing, because that is what society is built on the foundation of order and peace and stability and coexistence between people of different races, religion, culture, values, and everything else. They are acceptable norms. There are norms, and norms are what are acceptable behavior that we must have regardless of wherever we go. And we must know, and we must tell our children and everybody else need to know that smoking and vaping in public space, it is not legal. It is not legal, and especially in a cinema, it's ridiculous. And do your duty. Don't expect somebody else to do your parental duty for you, not the teachers and not the education system. So those are my thoughts on and what I wanted to say. And I know people are gonna be upset with me for saying that, oh, they can't take care of themselves, but they want to, produce more children, bring them up in poverty. Well, I don't care if you vex with me. They're family planning. Go get help. Go get help. Go get help, and when you can afford it, and you make more babies, so you can give them a good life. That is my take on reproduction. Um, so thank you for looking at my channel, and that is all I wanted to vent. Please, I welcome comments and your point of views or whatever. Just do it respectfully. And see you next time. Bye.